Alright, so the biggest day in sports is tomorrow, and that would be Super Bowl Sunday. Tomorrow, two teams are going to play football surrounded by $5 million ads in a glorified Maroon 5 concert. And with those two teams, I think 99% of America doesn't like to see either of them there. You've got the team Harry Potter is rooting against, the New England Patriots. What a surprise they're there. Most people point to the touching the passer incident and Dee Ford intercepting a win away from the Chiefs in the final minute of the AFC title game as reasons why they shouldn't be there. Not to mention that people are kind of sick of them going to the Super Bowl at this point. And what I mean by that is they've been to the Super Bowl 9 times in the past 17 years. To give you a frame of reference, the first one they played in this era took place the year 8 Mile came out and a new phone looked like this. Their opponents this year are the LA Rams, who one could reasonably argue don't deserve to be there at all. That might be a little harsh, but you probably know why. If the referees properly say, hey, that guy there, he was interfered with by the defender while he was attempting to catch the ball, giving him zero chance whatsoever to make a play, that was against the rules. If that happened the way it was supposed to, like I just said, it's basically a certainty that the Saints are going to the Super Bowl here in their place. But onto the positives. The Rams are a pretty likable group as a whole. Their quarterback went from a riches to rags to back to riches journey in only 3 seasons, which is culminating with a potential Super Bowl win. Todd Gurley and Aaron Donald have established themselves as elite talents worthy of high praise that they've been receiving. And their head coach is a 32-year-old man everyone predicted to fail.
Clearly, you're asking individuals to be leaders of men. You know, at 30 years of age, some would argue you're still learning how to become a man yourself.
He also played against Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman in college, and he's less than half the age of his counterpart, Bill Belichick. And while we're at it, he might even be younger than the clothes Bill Belichick wears too. However, apathy is seemingly at an all-time high for this game. The focus hasn't been on the game once since the league championships ended almost 2 weeks ago. I've never seen the world so annoyed with a Super Bowl that hasn't even happened yet. Like, no matter who wins, there's gonna be genuine outrage from people whose ties are nowhere near the game. I bet you no matter what happens, like any possible course of action the game sees, you'll see, I don't know, Broncos fans complaining about who won. As for the outlook on the actual game, it's a pretty compelling matchup, honestly. The teams are roughly even on paper, and it's more or less going to come down to if the Rams defense can pressure Tom Brady. Because he hasn't taken 1 sack this postseason, and that's going to be tested as the Rams have just the guy to change that. Introducing Aaron Donald, a defensive superstar who the entirety of SRS couldn't block even if we all tried at the same time. Offensive lines against him are like when the Avengers faced Thanos with 5 Infinity Stones. You're really going to go after Thanos with a stick? I think it's pretty obvious that you're aware of who the X Factor for the Patriots is. Like in every Super Bowl, it seems like it's going to come down to 41-year-old Thomas Brady, a name you're definitely familiar with. The aforementioned Brady has had a clutch gene that seems to kick in whenever he plays in a big game and not as much in the regular season. It's almost like he's Mariano Rivera, but for quarterbacks. And that clutch gene could very well decide this game, and I'm predicting that it will. Patriots are going to win 27-24. There's going to be a go-ahead touchdown from Brady to, I don't know, Chris Hogan with like 36 seconds left that seals the game. Of course, I will now be very wrong, and you'll definitely remind me of it in who knows how long. I wish the world the best of luck when one team's fan base gloats in your face after they win. And I really hope that you can make it without cringing through all the Super Bowl ads, because I'm sure there's definitely that one that's going to be over-quoted and over-memed on Twitter. Hope you enjoy your parties. Please don't damage yourselves or your property in any way. And I hope you enjoy the game, unless it's like 43-0, and then you have the right not to enjoy it. But otherwise, take it easy. Happy Super Bowl.
I call the shots, I run the bulls, I'm Michael Jordan. Hit it with a little bit of push and a little bit of pull when a goddamn mic recording. I bring the heat, I rep the east, I like the south. I don't even know what to do with the gold that I get, bitch. I'm Michael Phelps. I'm like LeBron, I get the gold. I'm Sherry Khan, you'll carry bronze. I'm Randy Moss, I'm Mary Khan. My game on Royce, I'm Barry Bonds.